What is going on, everyone? What is good, team? What's going on? What's going on? Stream liked. I love Scott Taylor, man. Scott Taylor's the GOAT, bro. What is up, everybody? Nothing to trade. This PA is so bad. Yeah, the PA is kind of... Hey, we were right about the bias, as we always are. I told you guys I was short biased, and that I would not be looking to long this week. And I'm short biased for the week. Gave you guys the blueprint, basically, right? Gave you guys the blueprint. Hopefully somebody... caught a short this morning. I got a little busy this morning. I wasn't able to do anything, but there wasn't an entry here. I mean, looking around the 5-minute, since 9:30, there was no 5-minute pullback, like nothing, right? Maybe on the 1-minute there was an entry, all right, at that 9:30, but really, like, nothing here. Absolutely nothing happened. So, market did go lower, like we expected it to. And I expect that to continue into the remainder of the week. Okay. I am bearish this week. I've been bearish since Sunday, and that bearish momentum is going to continue. Yeah, I have no aspirations for this thing stopping. I think high of the week here has definitely been made here on Tuesday. That's high of the week, and we should continue lower now. All right. Should continue lower from this Tuesday. Tuesday's got to be high of the week, and then we go lower from there. So, yeah. Looking for these two levels down here. 25,089 and 25,000. Those are the two levels that I'm looking for here. To sell, I do really like this 4-hour fair value gap. Has a 1-hour fair value gap in the upper one, but I'm more in favor of this lower one. So we'll see if it pushes up here, short the house. But this one is the one that I expect to, you know, kind of reject and continue lower. So right now we would be bullish into this 4-hour and then bearish from the 4-hour. Okay. I have 8 qualified eval stacked, waiting to have 10 to sync trade. Took your comments about exploiting weaknesses to heart. There you go, bro. There you go. Blasky, my brother Blasky, bro, is good. Revenge trading, come on, man. It got tagged in ES. I do see that. I do see that. I'd still like to see it get tagged on NQ, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still would like to see it get tagged on NQ. Preferably, but we do have a 15-minute change in state of delivery here, so it technically doesn't have to. It definitely does not have to. Give me a second. Let me set this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, 15-minute change in state of delivery here from this 4-hour, but we have SMT up there. We'll see what it's looking like. We'll see what it's looking like if this starts to maybe reject. I'm not opposed to taking a short here. I really am not opposed to taking a short here. Let's see. Let's see. What's good, 9? Elijah. What's good, brother? What's good, Robbie? Why you hate me? Bro, I don't hate you, man. So this is a potential short trade here right now, guys. This is a change in state of delivery. Potential short trade taking place right here. Maybe I try this out with a mini. Let's see. I'll give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time. How much risk with a mini? Well, I'm not taking anything yet here, but if I was to take it, the way it would look is like an entry here. I'd risk this high. So it'd be 30 points, but I'm not taking it yet. I'm waiting. I would still like to see that gap get hit on NQ, not just ES, but we do have bearish SMT up here because ES hit the gap and NQ did not. But I like NQ being the one that hits the gap, ES being the weaker one to create SMT. Like, I always want to see that gap get hit on NQ. So right now, I'm still, like, hoping that we can hit it. We'll see how this 15-minute candle closes and go from there. You trade with Tradeify? I don't currently trade with Tradeify, no. If you had a choice between daily payouts or 5-day payouts, always 5-day payouts, to be honest, is what I would recommend. Reason being is because daily payouts is only going to cause you to blow more accounts, because there's too many people that can't, like, leave enough of a buffer in there. And what'll happen is they'll take the daily payout, right? So you get your payout, cool. And then, boom, account's blown. So you can only get one payout from the account, and then you blow the account, right? So, and it happens time and time again. So I think from a discipline perspective, a 5-day payout is much better, and it almost forces you to leave, you know, like a certain balance in there, or grow your balance up, you know, enough. Only bearish because of 15-minute CSD. Well, yeah, 15-minute CSD out of the 4-hour gap, but I still would like to see the 4-hour gap get hit. How much buffer do you have in your accounts? If I'm taking payouts, I usually try to keep more than 3 to 4K in it. It's trying to reject here. It is definitely trying to reject here. You got a hard rejection right there. Only thing is, like 10 a.m. might go upwards towards that 4-hour fair value gap. That's the only thing. We only have 20 minutes left. It's not long, so I think I'm better off waiting till, or sorry, I keep saying 10 a.m. 10 p.m. I'm better off waiting till 10 p.m. I think, but this is a short trigger. If you're using just a mechanical model, no other kind of, you know, nothing else, no discretion, just pure mechanical model, this is an entry. Why wouldn't you use the -1 in this scenario? What are you talking about? What -1? Beautiful move here. Beautiful move. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How can I send roses on YouTube? Yo, you cannot send roses on YouTube, but what you know you can do? You can like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream. Everybody, drop me a like, bro. Please, gang. Drop me a like. I gave you guys the bearish bias for the week. I think the least you guys could do is like up the stream, right? As if I says if ES didn't get the 15-minute CSD. It kind of, yeah. It looks a little weird. That's why I haven't entered this. Otherwise, I would have entered. I'm waiting for 10 p.m., bro. Sorry, Key, I know you answer this every week, but which video in the premium should I watch for new model or how to learn model? Well, okay, so questions about premium, you probably want to keep in the premium, so ask in the Cobra's Den chat. But the FDT model is what you're going to want to go through, okay? If you guys are in the premium, you're new, talk in the Cobra's Den. Everybody will help you out there. Check your phone. Where you mark out CSD and find an unfilled FVG. Any advice for my risk management? I'm relatively break even in my funded. $2,000 drawdown left. Now I want to know if I should size down or stay at my current 150. I would stay at $150 risk per trade until you build. Look, I've given this like formula 1,000 times, but it's $150. This is for 50K. $150 a risk per trade until you're at $1,000 balance. Once you're at $1,000 balance, you add $100 risk per trade. Okay. $100 to $150 add. Apex does not allow hedging. You cannot hedge. My son says hi. Hello, Subhan. How's it going, man? I don't like anything. All right, buddy. Are you waiting for 10 p.m.? 4-hour candle. 4-hour candle. 4-hour candle. New 4-hour open. New macro. New manipulation leg. Just a new fresh start. All right. The only place for this 4-hour to manipulate into, right, is going to be the 4-hour fair value gap up here. This is what I see, you know, the only thing that I see up here. So therefore, you know, that's what I would like to see. Right? And then a leg lower. So in a perfect world, this is what we're looking at overnight. Right? This is what we're trying to get. $600 or $60 drawdown. Using flow model for this trade. Yeah, I'll probably use the flow model unless I see something that I like a little bit more. $677. Ooh, that's high. Hold on. 677 is a high. 524. Where's 524? 524. 524 and 575. Those will be the two that I like here. Two levels that I like here. 524, 575. So you can see how those react. Isn't about 804. New to the stream, would you say success rate on your trades? I don't know, man. Yeah, are we still on that 67 meme, bro? I thought that was over, man. Are we still on that? Would you continue sizing up $100 risk every $1,000, or just stay at 250 from then? No, I would size up $100 risk every $1,000. So by the time you get to, let's say, like $5,000 in buffer, you should be risking about $600 a trade. What made you choose those levels? I can't say what made me choose these levels here, unfortunately. Market makers are going to get me. I'm full port right now. Say which direction? Bro, shut up. TPT tech agents are very slow in responding. Got locked out of my account using the MFA thing and they can't fix. They should be able to fix. I know their you know, support is a little slow sometimes, but they should respond at some point. Can newbie pass Apex eval without paying monthly fee in 30 days? How? Anybody can pass an Apex eval. It's not difficult. Okay, you see, I would have responded to you, but you did the thing that is forbidden and you spammed. Now, you can't talk at all. Ever. Period. Aren't the levels true opens? What levels? These two? Are they true opens? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they are. I have no idea. All right, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes until 10 p.m. Let's get a trade. All right, here's the game plan, all right? Here's the game plan, everybody. We're going to get a trade. We're going to bank. And then we're going to go to sleep. Up or down? Down eventually, but I would like for it to go up first. What a plan. What is hedging? Hedging is when you buy on some accounts and you sell on the other accounts. That's hedging. So basically you make money like, if in the end you make money if it goes up, you make money if it goes down. What people firm you using right now? What people firm? Right now I am on Apex. Apex. I can't believe I blew my XFA. I'm so fucked up. It happens, bro. It happens to the best of us. As long as you understand why you blew it and you learn from it, then it's not a bad thing to blow your accounts, right? Like, as long as you can use that as a learning lesson to kind of grow in some way, right? You'll be okay. You'll be all right. $237 watching, 59 likes, bro. Come on, guys. Come on, bro. Can you guys like it up, bro? Can you guys like up the stream, please? Everybody like up the stream, bruv. $540, nice premium. My premium is not $540, bruv. I changed my level, guys. 524 and 556. 556, like the round that goes in my AR. That's the reason why I actually picked it. That's literally the reason. If somebody's gonna ask me why, that's why. Because it's the round that goes into my AR. Key, long time no see, bro. I haven't joined much. What's your thoughts on copy trading, bro? I love copy trading. I'm a big fan of copy trading, man. It's great. Apex code key, best decision in my life. Hell yeah, bro. I love jab, man. TBT, flat canceled 2 accounts when I hedged. Yeah, you can't hedge, bro. You can't hedge, unfortunately. We reversed 15-minute gap. This might not give us the manipulation leg we're waiting for. I would like to see the manipulation leg from up here, bro. Up here. Still. Just got a new Apex account with your code key. WW. Yeah, guys, the 90% is going to end soon, I believe, if it hasn't already. But it's currently 90% off, 90, using code key for an Apex account. So make sure you guys stack, because this is your chance, basically. How much did you invest in a trading to become profitable? A lot. Well, it's different for me, bro. Again, like, people ask me this question all the time, but for me, it was different because I started with options, right? I didn't start with futures. So yeah. Oh, it ends tomorrow. Okay, so tonight is basically the last night. Okay, so tonight is the last night. Just confirmed. Tonight is the last night for Apex. So if you do not get an account tonight, it ends Wednesday. Yeah, so if you don't get an account tonight, this is Tuesday. Yeah, you're not going to be able to qualify for it if you get it tomorrow and then pass, because you won't get the account before the trading day's over. So if you get it now, you can activate it before midnight, and easy, done. So this is the last night to get your accounts. So make sure you guys get Apex accounts using code key. It is one of the links in the bio or the description. You can just go ahead, click on the link, get a Tradeabate account. I personally use 50Ks, but 150Ks are good as well. And I'm a fan of 50s. They're easy to pass. And you can stack 20 accounts. It's a lot. Yeah, $20 for a 50K account. Use VPN. Yeah, don't use a VPN, bruv. I just got 2. Nice, W. It was good, Lucas. I was strictly using 2 micros for a whole week. Was up 2K. Decided to get greedy like a dummy and lost. Revenge traded. Blue Max FA. It's alright, bro. Look, listen. Like I said, learn from it. Come back harder, bro. If you did it before, you can do it again. How much do you risk on your Apex accounts per day? My Apex accounts, I now risk probably $400 a day. Or not a day, $400 a trade. So it ends up being around like $800 a day. Because I'll take 2 trades a day usually, right? Like max 2 trades a day, max. But typically 1 trade a day. So, yeah. No, if you buy them today, you have to pass them today. You have to pass them today in order to be able to activate it for the 75, okay? You have to one day pass them, basically. My heart, I'm still waiting for the alpha count you promised me. I promised you an alpha count? Yo, my lung, you might need to just send me like... You might just need to send me your Cash App, and I'll just like Cash App you for the account, because that's mad work, bro. How much do you usually risk on a 50K? A brand new 50K, brand new, no buffer at all, $150 to $200 max. And then, like I said, as I add $1,000 of buffer, so each $1,000 I make, I add $100 to $150 in risk. So once I'm at $1,000, I'm risking $300. Okay. So on and so forth. What do you mean pass the eval today for 75? Like, you have to pass it today to get the $75 activation fee. Because we have no idea what their promo is going to be after this. Maybe the activation fees are going to be higher. But right now, the activation fee is 75. So if you pass it either tonight or in New York, then obviously you get to pay the $75 activation fee per account. Here's 10 p.m. by the way, guys. If you pass the account next week, if you pass the account next week, then you're gonna pay whatever the activation fee is. I have no idea what it is. There is one time, there's a little bit of a workaround. One time, and I got really lucky, but one time I passed a bunch of evals and their activation fee was, this was like back when they didn't have an activation fee promo. So the activation fee was like $160 or something insane, right? Per account. And I had 20 accounts. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait it out. I don't need to activate these right now. And I waited it out. I think in 3 weeks, they dropped a promo where they had the activation fees were $10. You guys remember that? It was literally a little bit ago. The activation fees were $10. That's when I ended up activating these accounts for $10 a pop. So I ended up paying $200 total for 20 accounts activated. Free, bruv. Free. Two trades, even lose or win? Yes, 2 trades, even lose or win. Yep. You don't have to activate your PA before 48 hours. I don't think so. I had those PAs sitting for a minute, bro. Would you suggest 150K or 50K for TPT? Either one. I like 50Ks, bro. I'm a 50K fan, man. I think 50Ks are just so fire. They're great. Think about trading silver. Silver is gambling. That's what that is. Unless you're following my boy Nine's alerts, then you're not gambling anymore. Any other recommended prop firm? The other recommended prop firms for me would be TPT and Alpha Futures. The three prop firms currently that I recommend until I try out other prop firms are going to be TPT, Apex, Alpha. Those are the three. All three of them, code key, lock in. I do want to try Tradeify. I think there's like a big fuss about Tradeify. There's also a big fuss about what was the other Lucid. There's a big fuss about Lucid. I want to try Lucid as well. And that's it. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head that I want to try out because a lot of people are talking about them. Indicator is this one right here, Brev. If you don't, yeah, I know they charge you the monthly fee if you don't activate by the billing date. So you just have to activate it before that billing date, bro. That's it. Is that CI's indicator? No. I drew it out with my bare hands, bro. I literally drew it. I took my bare hands and I drew it. Lucid is the best firm around instant payouts. TPT is too. Who is Nines? Well, it's not 9S, it's just 9. Just the number 9. But it's spelled out. He's an analyst in my Discord that trades gold and silver. And he is goated. My Funny Futures. I have tried MFFU. I'm not gonna lie. I don't use it anymore though. I don't know why. I could never like. I don't know. It was just something about fucking MFFU, dude. I like could not get a payout on it. I don't know why. The firm was just bad luck for me. I never got a payout on MFFU, so I just moved on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my L. I'm gonna move on. And yeah. 9 passed my eval last night, BTW. Bro, 9 is the GOAT, bro. I'm telling you guys, 9 is goated. Why do you think I would employ him? You think I employ non-goats? He's the GOAT. Would you recommend Top Step? Hell no. Hell no. That absolute garbage firm, bro. I will slander Top Step's name till the day I die, bro. That trash firm. Honestly, if you still trade on that firm, like, you honestly low-key just deserve to lose the money from all the glitches and bullshit that happened to them. Like, that's what should happen. You can learn a hard lesson. That firm is garbage, man. I had the same with MFFU for the longest time. It was cursed. Bro, yeah, I know. That's why I was like, you know, fuck this. I'm gonna move on, bro. Top Step? Why, bro? What do you mean, why? Have you guys not witnessed everything that's happened to Top Step and that Top Step X platform in the past, like, let's say, like 6 months, bro? Absolutely horrendous. When Top Step used to have Tradeivate, Top Step was my top 3 firms. Top 3 firms when they used to have Tradeivate. Now, garbage. Absolutely garbage, bro. Top says banning trading silver and gold. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's horrible. Anybody who enjoys Top Step is just enjoys like the gamified feeling that Project X gives you. That's it. You like being able to drag your stop loss and your TP like a good little boy, don't you? Right? Yeah, no, Top Step is absolutely horrendous, bro. Top Step trying to open up a brokerage after having a 7-week streak of outages. Yeah, bro. What a joke, bro. What an absolute joke. I do. I'm a good boy. Wish we could trade FTMO. Only thing is FTMO is like really expensive, isn't it? Fun fact, when I first started trading prop firms or switched to futures, FTMO was like, I think, if not the only one, but like pretty much the biggest prop firm at the time. And you had to use MetaTrader and, you know, all that shit. So I was trading NQ on MetaTrader. FTMO was the only big prop firm, and they were dumb expensive, bro. The accounts were like $300, I think. I don't know if that's changed or not. I don't know what kind of rules FTMO has made since then, but dude, it was, yeah. I still think it's better than their racism, bro. That's yo, I hope you guys know that the prop firms that don't allow certain countries to trade it has nothing to do with the racism, bro. It's just that they can't let you guys trade in that country for other reasons. Not because they're like, oh no, we're racist against that country, so we're not gonna let you yeah, bro, here, Dylan, I got you. There you go, Dylan. $500 for 100K? Jeez. Oh. FTMO is available in my location. Is it still worth it to try? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Still worth it to try, yeah. It's just expensive, though. You just ruined my night. Why would you say that? Wait, say what? What did I say? What did I say, bruh? You recommend Lucid trading? I haven't tried it, but when I get to try it, I'll be able to recommend it or not recommend it. I'm gonna give Lucid a try soon. I think probably like next week I'll try out Lucid and see how it goes. If I like the firm and I mess with it, then I'll do it. Yo, what plans do you guys use for Lucid? My guys who are trading on Lucid right now, what kind of plan? Like, what account do you have? What's the best one to buy? Because I don't know anything about Lucid. Like, I've never purchased an account from them. Flex 50K. Discord link. It's the first link in the description, Grand, for you. 50K flex, 50K flex. Okay, everybody's saying flex. Some people are saying black. 2K payout cap. Wait. 2K payout cap? Like, I can't make more than $2,000. What sense does that make? Why? What? What? Is there one that doesn't have a payout cap? 1,500 every 3 days on black. Okay. The black sounds better though. The black one sounds better. I'm gonna then you get thrown alive. Whatever. We'll test it out. I'll try something out. What's good, Arion? What's good, brother? How you going? How you doing? Nice. Okay, I'll try it out. I'll try it out next week. I'll try it out next week. I'll test it out next week and, you know, see how it goes. Black is whack? Bro, no need to be racist, my brother. All right. Let's calm down. We're coming back up into this CISD. Hopefully, this can hit the 4-hour gap. If not, then it will reject this 15-minute here and then go lower from there. So let's test it out and kind of see. Let's wait and see what it does here. How many funds are you playing out currently? I have 25 total. So I have 20 Apexes and then I have 5 TPTs right now. That's my funded lineup. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I have to my name, bro. A measly 25 accounts. You're sitting in a signal, Asia, complaining about prop firms? Yo, look. I can understand that a lot of people that come in here, the new people especially, they probably think that this is just like a signal stream and people are just going to sit here and signal bot. But if you really been in here, like if you really know the stream, this is anything but a signaling stream. Like obviously I trade in front of you guys and anybody can follow my signals if they please, but this is anything but that. And I think people who have been attending the streams, let's say if you attended a week worth of streams, you can probably attest to that as well, because this is like a stream where you can genuinely learn how to trade and not just copy trade. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference between this stream and the other streams. No, I'm not coming at you, Ryan. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, if it was me, I would think the same thing. Like, I would think that any stream is like a signal botting stream, which, don't get me wrong, bro, most of them are. But, you know, I hold myself to a little bit of a higher standard when it comes to the streaming stuff. We don't do just the signals over here, bro, you know? I try to help everybody out best as I can. Still waiting for a manipulation like here. So the only two places that this 4-hour can manipulate to, by the way, 15-minute gap here and the 4-hour gap up here. Those are the only two places this can manipulate to. So we'll see which one it wants to do here. And go from there, but it has to manipulate in order to get an entry. You have a decision process where if whether you take your trades on your funded or personal live account. Yeah, I do. My personal live account, I only enter swing trades. My fundeds, I do day trades. So if I scope out like a weekly PO3 and I want to cash the weekly expansion, I take that on my live account and I'll hold that through the entire week. The fundeds are just day trades. How much of a buffer do you have for each account? It's different. My Apexes right now are... the Apexes are newer. So the Apexes are still in the trailing drawdown. They're at like $1,600 profit each. My TPTs are well past. My TPTs are like 5K balance total. You typically stream at this time? Yes. 9 p.m. every night. 9 p.m. every night. And then 9:15 a.m. in the mornings. 9:15 a.m. New York. 9 p.m. Asia. What's good, Siloant Music? What's good, brother? I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? I did just use your code for a $40 Apex 300 account, though. W. I haven't used a 300K in such a long time, man. Yeah, I never buy 300Ks. because you got to make 20 grand on them, and that can be like pretty stressful for a lot of people. What do you change from funded accounts to live accounts? Well, I just told you, there are different purposes for each one. Are you taking the lower 4-hour gap over the higher one? Well, I'm watching the lower 4-hour gap, anticipating that this is going to be weak enough to reject the first one. But if it doesn't get a rejection here, then obviously I'll look for the higher one. What the hell? Do you still lose fundeds? Yeah, I still lose funded sometimes. I lose fundeds to like some bullshit, bro. It's the stupidest shit sometimes, I swear to God. I just passed my first Apex account today within 2 days, but I don't get the trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown is basically just imagine this is your balance, right? Imagine this is your balance. This is your trailing drawdown. Once your balance goes up, your drawdown goes up with it. Your balance comes down, your trailing drawdown does not move. Your balance goes up, your trailing drawdown goes up more. Your balance comes down, your trailing drawdown does not move. So you can be in profit here at this point, but if you hit that trailing drawdown, you still lose the account. So you have to get past the buffer. And on Apex 50Ks, it's $2,000. Once you make over 2 grand, or 2,600, I think it is. Once you make over that, you're good. No more trailing drawdown. Dunzo. Never have to deal with it again. Do you still have to pay monthly after you pass funded? No. You can choose to pay either a monthly or a lifetime. You pay the lifetime because the lifetime is cheaper. My boy paid $1,200 a day for 488 rental. That's crazy, right? Yeah, he's literally a moron because you can probably finance and buy that car for like a 488. Hold on, let me do some math. So 488 with, let's say a purchase price of $250,000. If you buy that car with 50 grand down with a 72-month term, you're looking at like around $3,200 a month, I would say, with like an okay interest rate, $3,200. So, yeah, he's low-key just dumb as hell. Dumb as rocks. I didn't know with Apex, once you gain 2K in profit and 50K. Yeah, trailing drawdown is gone, yes. Once you get past the buffer, the trailing drawdown is gone. I would really prefer if this thing manipulated here. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, please. Please and thank you. The only trade NQ. I trade NQ. I trade gold sometimes as well. I don't understand how lifetime PAs are cheaper than monthly. Because they're incentivizing people to buy lifetimes instead of monthlies. Makes no sense to buy monthlies. Some people still buy monthly. The option's still there. Some people would just rather do that. I don't know. They're dumb. Are we in accumulation phase of 10 p.m.? Yes, this is the accumulation phase of 10 p.m. New trader here. Where should I start? You start by learning and paper trading. You can learn if you want like a good resource. My 30-day series, which by the way, got some videos recorded for that finally. So that's going to start to go up soon. So the 30-day series, it's the playlist here on my channel. Completely for free. Watch that. Watch the lives, ask questions, and paper trade. Lifetime cost right now, lifetime is like 75 bucks, I think, for Apex. Is it 70 or 75? Somebody confirm. I don't remember. One of the two. I think for one stage is going to accumulate tonight. No X cycle. Well, when we look at the Forex Factory calendar, you guys will see that we have no 8:30 a.m. news tomorrow morning. So it does not have to accumulate tonight. There can be a move here tonight. There can absolutely be a move tonight. $75. There you go. $75. How long have you been trading for? I am coming up on my 7th year of trading, which is fucking insane, low key. My God. Insane. This upcoming November is going to be 7 years. I feel like bruv. It's bad news. $75 with the key discount? Yes. Yes, guys. $75 with the key discount. Oh, I'm crying. You started that 8 months ago. Bro, I know. I know. All right. I know. I got a little busy. All right. I got a little busy. And I had to put it aside for a little bit, okay? Chill out. It's going to get done. Don't worry. Don't worry, my heart. How long did it take you to become profitable? It took me a year and a half. Year and a half to become profitable, man. We're not in a trade. Guys, I got to clarify this like every time. Sometimes it gets annoying to repeat myself. Yo, the people who have been in here before, can you guys like help me out, man? Like my mods, where are my mods? My fucking mods, bro. Useless mods. I need to hire new mods. Yeah, if I ever take a trade, it's going to show on the chart here, okay? You're always going to see an execution on the chart if I'm ever in a trade, ever. So if there's no execution on the chart, there will never, I'm not in a trade. Very simple. You got to write it on the screen. Bro, there's only so much I can write on the damn screen, man. I use both. I use both limit and market. Make me mod. All right, yeah, Robbie, I'm gonna make you mod too, bro. I'm gonna make Robbie mod because he joins a lot. Dylan's here, yeah. All right, you guys, yo, mods, you guys gotta like answer the repeated questions, like the questions that get repeated over and over again. Yeah, I'm getting to the point. Man, bro, it's a little tough for me to repeat myself all the damn time. So, like, please help me out, mods. Please, man, for the love of God, help me out. Do something, bro. Do something. Welcome to your life. How did you manage losing money? Was it a lot initially? Yeah, it was. Well, so again, the start of my journey was very different, right? The start of my journey was different because there were no prop firms. Futures were like unknown. Nobody traded futures. When I first started, I started with penny stocks. Okay. Back then, that's like all you could do. I started with penny stocks and then I went into options from there. So, obviously there's no prop firms for either of those. So I had to use my own money, live account basically, right? So I had to deposit thousands of dollars of my own money into my account and lose it. So yeah, I ended up losing way more than you guys probably do now, you know, with the introduction of prop firms. So it was very tough. It was extremely tough. And I had to climb out of a very deep hole. And once I finally started making a little bit of money. Was there ever a point in time where you second guess trading as a career? I genuinely cannot remember a single time, like real shit. I cannot remember a single time where I second guessed trading as a career. I knew from the start, this is what I wanted. And that's why I think I was able to make it work the way that I did. Because anybody else in their right minds, when you're losing that much money constantly, bro, it's hard, right? Like, it's very difficult to stay committed. But in my mind, like, it was this or nothing. And there was no plan B because I didn't go to college, right? There's no plan B for me. I dropped out. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I gotta just go all in. And I was fully all in. Like, I'm telling you, I would go to sleep and I would think about times like now where I have the freedom that I have, all types of freedom. I can do whatever I want. I can buy whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? These were the kind of days, like, I knew this day would come eventually. I didn't have a doubt in my mind that this day would ever come. And I think it's very important to think that way. Otherwise, your mindset is everything, bro. I'm telling you guys, your mindset is everything. You gotta be so delusional for this shit. And if that's the kind of person you are, and if that's the way your mind works, I promise you there is nothing that can stand in your way. There is literally nothing that can stand in your way. With options, I lost total about, like, I think about 40 grand, bro. I lost total about like $40,000. So I was pulling myself out of a $40,000 hole, basically. At the time, I was a car salesman. I was a full-time car salesman, and I would take all the money that I got from car sales and immediately would go right into my bank account. I was living with my parents, so I didn't have any overhead. I didn't have any bills or anything like that, right? I had a shitty-ass car. I had a 1993 BMW, or 1996 BMW at the time. Like, old car. Like, I had nothing, bro. I literally had nothing. So that was the time for me to give it a shot, right? And so, yeah, I would just work, and all the money would just get lost within a few weeks in my portfolio. So, yeah. It was very tough for me. Very tough at first, bro. If you think you'll suck, you will suck. This is so true, bro. Like, no, real shit, bro. Dead ass, being dead serious. The way you perceive, like, yourself or your day depends how you're going to feel and the things you're going to be able to achieve, right? If you go into a day and your immediate mindset is, fuck, like, I'm so pissed, like, this is gonna be a horrible day. Well, guess what? It's gonna fucking suck. The day's gonna suck, right? Very simple. But if you go in with the mindset, this is gonna be a good day, right? Even if it starts off ass, you can be like, this is gonna be a good day. You'll be all right. I promise you'll be all right. No way you had an E36? I did. I had an E36, bro. I had an E36 vert. Let me show you guys, bro. I'm gonna show you my E36. If you guys don't know, I know a lot of ball knowledge, bro, when it comes to everything, but mainly cars, bro. I'm big into cars. Always have been. So yeah, I used to, even when I had no money, I had to have some cool shit. So E36 was what I had to have. Feel me? This, I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see? Fuck. Come on, focus. God damn it, camera. When I want you to focus, you don't want to focus? All right, you can't really tell, but that's my E36. Oh. It kind of focused. That's my E36 right there. I know it's a little bit blurry, but this is the best I could do, all right? That's my E36. Yeah, I had it. Bro, I was poor, so, like, I couldn't do shit to it, man. But it was just, like, dumped on some eBay coilovers, and I had it on wheels and, like, a body kit, and, like, that was it. Here's another picture. You guys probably can't really tell. There. That was my baby girl right there. Oh my god, bro. Where's it at? I have no idea, man. I have no clue. Yeah, bro, when you have no money, all you can buy is Japanese cars, bro. So I had E36, I had a 350Z, I had a WRX. What else? What kind of shitters did I have, bro? I had like a Subaru, like, Forester, like, I had a bunch of shitters, man. Now, I just got rid of my GT3. So I had a GT3. I have my Raptor. I have a Ford Raptor, and then I have an F80 M3. That's my lineup right now. We're in the 15-minute gap, but it's not rejecting yet. So I still think 4-hour gap up ahead. Cobra's car meat would be fire. Japanese cars are not shitters. They're no. I'm not saying they're I'm not saying they're shitters. I'm saying the ones I had were shitters, bro. I had shitters. Did you finance the F80 M3? No. My Raptor and F80 I own. You didn't like longs from the bottom? No, I'm gonna short when it gets up here. Any tips on army? What do you mean, any tips on army? What does that mean? Where do you stand on quitting the full-time job and doing part-time to have enough to make... I have enough time to make this work. That's what I did 2 months ago. Yeah, you could do that. As long as you have enough in your bank account to where you can still survive if shit goes downhill. Right? That's the main part, is you want to make sure you have enough, because you don't want to switch to part-time and then, like, your job is like, oh, now you want to come back to full-time like a month later? Like, fuck off. You know? How do you handle taxes from... How do you handle taxes from prop firm payouts? You get an accountant? Think it'd be dumb to put 15K down on a F80 M3 26 to 2017 model? I think you should get a 2018... But no, I think it's a you can finance it. It's an F80 is a car that will hold its value, generally speaking, because it's so old. Like it's 10 years old now, right? So the depreciation is done essentially. I'm gonna go basic. Any tips? Any tips for basic? Don't volunteer for anything, and just do as you're told. That's it. You kind of got a little more happy for a moment once you started talking about the 836. Is there some charm to some cars, even though they're... No, there is. I'm not saying they're shitters like in the way that you're thinking. There was just like... They're just like cheap cars. It's all I could afford at the time, but I loved those cars, man. Like at the time, I loved my E36. That was my baby. You know what I mean? And obviously like good memories too, of course. Like this is back in coming right out of high school. So yeah, no, I definitely have some great memories with my old cars. But you know, I would totally get another E36. 100% I would. You have a real gift. Identify things. Thank you, man. Disciplined execution. That's so kind, bro. I love you, man. Thank you. What do you think of F30? I had an F30 as well. Before I bought my F80, I had an F30. Great car, man. Amazing car. Love that car. You trade your prop accounts under LLC? Yes, I do. And yes, you can write off evals. Yes. You can indeed. You can't just write off evals. You can write off a lot more. You can write off evals. You can write off your like PC setup. If you get a nice PC setup, you can write all that off. If you really want to get crazy with it, you can write off a portion of your rent, taking out the square footage of the office of your house or your apartment or whatever it might be. You could get real crazy with it, but I would speak to an accountant for that. I'm not a tax expert by any stretch of the imagination. Ooh, are we getting a rejection? We are getting a rejection here, guys. This might not be a horrible trade to try out. I'll be honest with you guys. It's not a setup that I love. I still really, really want to see this 4-hour gap upstairs get hit. But we are getting a actionable setup here from this 15-minute fair value gap after this fresh 4-hour open here. So I don't think this is that bad of a setup. Where did my 4-hour candles go? Hello? What? Did I... I deleted my higher time frame candle, man. There it is. Okay, anyways. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't love this because I would like to see the 4 hour up top, but no setup. Never mind. It didn't inverse. I was gonna wait to see if this 1 minute gap inverse, but we didn't inverse it, so never mind. Disregard. We continue waiting. What industry LLC is it? It doesn't matter the industry, to be honest with you. You just can't claim like a financial advisor or anything like that. It does not matter. It could be an it could literally be in an asset holding corporation. It doesn't have to be like anything specific. I know ES already hit the 4 hour, guys. Yes, I can see. I know it hit it, but I still would like to see NQ hit it. Okay, look, if this is how okay, I'm gonna break this down. I gotta pause the music because I'm about to give you guys some sauce. Whenever the music goes off, you know some sauce is about to come. Okay, here we go. I'm about to show you guys how to figure out if price is going to, especially when we have SMT at the highs, if price is going to reject or not. Okay, you guys ready for the lesson? Okay, here we go. Lesson is beginning now. So we have here a 15-minute fair value gap, right? Inside of this range. If this was the high, okay, let's assume this is the high, right? And that price is not going to go above this high into the 4 hour gap, right? Let's assume the SMT is going to hold, and that 4 hour gap that ES hit, that NQ did not hit, is going to hold the SMT. What should this 15-minute gap here do? It should reject, right? We should get a sell model from this 15-minute gap, and it should continue lower. There's nothing between, there's no PD array between this 15-minute gap and this high. There's none, not a single one, right? So this 15-minute gap has to hold for another move lower. But when we go down into the 1 minute, the actionable setup that we were going to get here on the 15-minute that I just pointed out to you guys failed. It went and made a new high. So what does that tell me? If I'm just sitting here, just pure candle reading, and I'm trying to just read structure and read price action, what is that telling me? Well, that's telling me that price still wants to go for this high, and it doesn't care about the SMT. Remember, SMT is not by itself an entry. It is not by itself an entry, right? When you open up this 4 hour, a brand new 4 hour, there's only 3 intraday timeframes that a 4 hour can manipulate into that give you an actionable setup. Does anybody know those 3 timeframes? This is the part where we get a little interactive. Does anybody know the 3 timeframes that a 4 hour manipulates to intraday for an actionable setup? Let's see. He knows. I think the stream's lagging a little bit, so bear with me here. No. Boom. Will of Bleach. Mr. Will of Bleach. The 3 time frames that a 4 hour... Actually, no. Will of Bleach is wrong. Oh, shit. Will of Bleach is wrong. Oh, shit. Yes, there you go. Okay. Ogi Daryaga. I don't know how to say your name. Ogi Daryaga. And I don't know if anybody else said it before. But the 3 time frames. There you go. 3 time frames is 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Those are the 3 time frames that a 4 hour candle can manipulate to that give you an actionable setup. Okay? Why? Because those are the 3 time frames that have an aligned lower time frame. A lot of you guys are saying the 5-minute. What's the aligned time frame for the 5-minute? Tell me. There is none. A lot of you guys are saying the 1 minute. What's the aligned time frame for a 1 minute? There is none. It's the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute. Those are the 3 time frames, okay? So when I'm here and I'm looking at a 15-minute and we have a clear 15-minute PD array here and a clear 4 hour PD array here, it has to reject this 15-minute if it wants to go lower inside of this range and not reach for the upper one. You get what I'm saying? Clearly, it is bullish through this 15-minute. So naturally, we assume that it's going to go up here. Very simple. Very simple. Okay? You guys understand? This is how you know if price is going to reject or if it's going to keep going. Right? That's how you know. There you go. Price reading 101 with key flow trades. Music is coming back. What sweater brand is that? I have no idea, bro. I think it's H&M. Is F80M3 hard to maintain? It's not hard to maintain at all, bro. Regular oil changes, and they're pretty reliable. All you need to do is oil changes, spark plugs, and you get the crank up done. That's it. What if it doesn't reject and inverses that gap, but still not reach to 4 hour and make SMT? Well, then there's no trade here for me. Why would you not look for longs into 4 hour CB? Sibi? Okay. I get this question just about every single time that I try to take a trade at all. Okay. When I map out a short trade, people are like, oh, why don't you long into the short? Then I map out a long trade. People are like, oh, why don't you short into the long? That's not how I do things, brev. That is the reason why I'm profitable. You have to be very selective with the trades that you're taking. Okay. Not saying that a long here is bad, but the long looks like shit. Very simple. It looks like shit. If it inverses this 15-minute and you want to long this 15-minute, be my guest, right? Will I long it? No, I will not, because that's not the trade that I planned out. Bro, this is the way I am. I'm very selective with my trades. I plan out a trade. I plan it here in front of you guys, all right? And I planned out a short from this 4 hour fair value gap. Well, if it doesn't get to this 4 hour fair value gap, guess what? I'm totally content with not trading, bro. Once you guys get to the point where you are okay with not taking a trade, I promise you, your life is going to change. Promise you. You just have to be okay with not taking a trade. Yeah, I see the 1 minute. I do see the 1 minute. I do see the 1 minute here. So we'll see what this does. If we can get an actionable setup here, again, like I said, if we get an actionable setup, cool. Like I'm down to short it. I'm all for it. And there it is. 1 minute inverse fair value gap. It did not inverse this 15-minute gap. So it's a pretty good look, actually. We can get a little bit of a bounce up here. I'm going to go ahead and take the short. Stop is going to be this high at 50. So if I get like a 40 entry, that'd be beautiful. If I get a 40 entry, that'd be really nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a 40 entry. Whatever. I'm just going to try it here. Only 1 mini. Okay, only 1 mini. I'm going to have my stop at the 50 high. And, yeah, we're looking for a break out of this range. Previous day low would be beautiful. Previous day low would be amazing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, we are in... I'll just TP there. 62. It's the low of this range. Lower end of this range. This is rejection from the 15-minute fair value gap. Actionable 1 minute market maker sell model from the inverse fair value gap is playing out here. We also have a 1 minute change in state of delivery here. So we have a nice looking setup for the shorts. And so I'll execute on this now, right? Now that we have a nice setup, I'll execute on it. Do I still prefer the entry higher? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be more, in more of a premium than this one. So naturally, it'll be a better entry up there. But because we have a setup, I'll take it. And we'll see how this goes. I learned to not trade into the move from key on these streams. The less I trade the approach, the more money I keep. There you go. There you go. What could possibly be a situation where you do take a long? If the higher time frame was bullish, I would take a long. My brother, did you just say? No, that guy's capping. That guy's got to be trolling, right? He just told me the RSI on the 30-second is oversold. He's got to be lying, right? Like, that's got to be a joke. There's no way somebody like that is in my chat. Let's get a grip, brother. Let's get a grip. I'm taking longs off of the 1-year FVG. The 1-year FVG. It's gonna go to 25,297. It's gonna go to 25,000. That's where this is going. How much do you risk on a fresh 50k eval? Fresh 50k eval, I size heavy. Evals, I size heavy always. Fundeds, I size down. The 15 EMA confluences with the MACD. Oh my god, bro. Where are the Bollinger? Somebody check the Bollinger bands, bro, please. I needed to make sure the Bollinger bands are in favor of this trade, bro, please. What's your prediction for gold and silver in the next 2 to 4 hours? I have no idea, man. First time here. Best of luck with the trade. You're killing it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Rui D. My stochastic going wild right now. Bollinger bands are oversold. It's gonna reverse here. My god, not the Bollinger bands. You can trade RSI and make a lot of money? No, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I'm not saying you can't. I just don't trade that way. I usually just get my signals from the DoorDash guy. Bro, DoorDash guy's goated, bro. Sooner or later, you guys are probably going to be taking signals from DoorDash guy, all right? He's killing it. He is fucking shut up. We got to get to this low. This low, I'm break even. This low, I'm break even. Where's my, So this is, by the way, this is partial and break even. Partial and break even. That's where I mean, I'm not going to be able to partial because I only have 1 mini, but I'd go break even here. Is DoorDash guy trading now? Yes, bro. DoorDash guy's in the Discord. He's in my Discord, bro. Is there volume on NQ at this time? It's not much, bro. There's definitely not a lot of volume. It still can move, right? Like, we still get moves, but they're very, very slow. But whenever you don't have 8:30 a.m. news the next morning in New York, there's a very good chance the high or low of day gets created in Asia or London. And that's why I enjoy trading the overnight session, because if you can capture the move correctly, or if you get the right manipulation leg, you can get the entire daily expansion. Any news on Scarface? Yeah, bro. Bad news, bro. Guys, Scarface was a dear friend of mine, and I hate to say it, but I did say that he was a good trader, and he might still be a good trader. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's happening, but We tried calling him multiple times. He didn't answer any texts. He didn't answer any calls. I don't know what's going on, bro. I have no idea what's going on with him. I want to hear his side of the story. But that's not good at all, man. That's not good at all. Photoshopping broker statements is a crime that is that is a crime. That's an actual crime. It's not just like a fucked up thing. That is a crime. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it's not what it looks like, and you know, maybe he make it right. Shinobi called him today and they talked. Did they? I'm gonna call Shinobi after stream and see. I'm not like caught up on the drama, bro. I have no idea what's happening. How long is the stream delay? There's a little bit of a stream delay right now. It might be like a few seconds stream delay. I forgot to select the option, bro. I realized it after I started the stream. So next stream, tomorrow morning stream, it's gonna be fixed, but it is slightly delayed for this stream. I apologize. Please bear with me. All right. You mess up the consistency on Apex. You just have to trade the next. You just have to trade the next 8 days within consistency. Yes. Yes. Apex accounts are 1 day pass. Yes, guys. By the way, tonight is the last day to 1 day pass them. So if you guys want to lock in some Apexes, now is the time to get some Apex accounts using code KEY, of course, as you should, and lock in some accounts. His trades do seem too good to be true. Yeah, and I'm sure, bro, KL, I'm sure he's not doing anything for the Slavic community either, right? So that's really where his downfall comes. Is your Discord paid? Yes, I'm gonna have a free section and I have a paid section. I have both. Mamba FX? Wow, bro. Holy. Holy. He is an absolute fucking clown. Are you also in that Miami group? Gang mentorship sellers like Riley and those guys? Who the fuck is Riley? What? I'm ashamed that you would even group me up with some random ass people like that, bruv. I'm from Israel and you're my favorite streamer. Bro, can you hit up Netanyahu and get him to, like, get this trade to hit TP, please? Like, I need Netanyahu right now, gang. I'm gonna need Netanyahu for this one. How do we join the Discord? The free Discord, the link is literally right there. It just got posted by Nightbot. That's the free one. Actually, that's the free one, and the paid one is the first link in the description. What's wrong with Mamba? The guy's a fucking scammer, bro. What do you mean, what's wrong with that Mamba? What? Watching from Tel Aviv. He is Unc. He don't be on TikTok. Yeah, bro. I literally go, I swear to God, no joke. I go on TikTok. I post a TikTok on TikTok. Like, I post my TikTok that I post, and then I leave. I'm not on trading TikTok, bruv. I'm not on trading TikTok. I have no idea what trading TikTok looks like. If I see a trader on my TikTok, I immediately mute them. Immediately. If I see a live streamer on TikTok, I block them immediately. I don't want to watch your live stream. 50% off every day? Yeah, that's some clown ass shit. That's an absolute bozo. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you are on TikTok live, shilling some bullshit, you're a scammer, bro. I'm sorry, you're a scammer. Like, straight up like that, bro. Straight like that. No ifs, ands, or buts. Shout out from Jamaica. Yo, shout out to my Jamaicans, bro. No, actually, that's British. Oh, shit. Bomba clot. I give you mad props, Key. Everyone's opinions here in your trades are wild. When did you start live streaming consistently? I don't even remember, bro. It was last year at some point. All my live streams are obviously recorded. You can go to the live tab on YouTube and you can go down. If I go live on TikTok, will you join? You know what? 9, because it's you, I'll join. But anybody else? No. Danny Trades? Yeah, you are brainwashed like out of your mind, bro. That guy's a paper trader, bro. What are you talking about? Are we talking about Danny Trades, the guy who ran Funded Futures Family? Like that guy that got fired and taken off of Funded Future Family because he got caught paper trading? That guy? Yeah, some of you guys, bro, are really like lost. It's not your fault, honestly. It's not your fault because these people online are LARPs, bro. They're just genuinely pieces of shit. So hopefully you guys get some clarity, man, if you're really lost in life. I want to thank you for your 30-day course you put out. Awesome job, giving me so much clarity. Nice, man. Thank you. I'm glad you're learning from that. It's not done. I promise more videos are going to be out soon. I just recorded another video for it. So I'm going to start putting the videos out for the 30-day series very soon. Broker, I'm using Tradeovate, guys. Tradeovate is my brokerage. Casper SMC, yeah, Casper is fake as well, yes. Yo, look, listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If at this point you guys don't know by now that people are willing to go to the craziest lengths to LARP and like make it seem like there's somebody they're not just so they could sell like courses, bro, people will go to the actual craziest lengths. Very rare amount of people that'll okay, here's my take on this. Because there's no real way to tell unless you're in the industry, right? Like, I know things about certain people because I'm in the industry. I know their friends. I know them. I've met them. So, you know, I know these things. But as a consumer, I think the main thing that you guys should look for is if they're able to trade live. Their ability to trade live will tell you everything you need to know about if they're profitable or if they're unprofitable, okay? Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. I can watch somebody trade live for an hour, right? Or less, maybe even 30 minutes. I can watch somebody trade live for 30 minutes and I know right away if they're a real trader or if they're not a real trader. So. Scarface is legit. Why do what he did? I mean, clearly he wasn't legit, bro. And a lot of times, like, maybe he wasn't making that much. Maybe like he made less or something, and now he's like photoshopping brokerage statements, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Lanto's good, bro. Lanto's a good trader. It's the biggest following in noisy channels for most of the fake ones. Yeah. Alex G, scam, bro, scammer. Will you ever go back to options? Maybe I'll go back to options. I try it like here and there. I don't think I'll ever full-time go back to options. I would never full-time go back, but I try them out like here and there occasionally. Powell's a good dude. Shibnabi, bro. Patrick Whelan. I don't know about Patrick Whelan. You utilize macros the last 10 minutes of the hour ongoing, or onto the opening 10 minutes of the next. Typically, I end up trading within macros because I take my trades at the 4-hour opens. So, yeah, usually, but I don't prioritize macros necessarily. J-Dun, he got exposed too for scamming. He got exposed for paper trading as well. All right. Yo, guys, listen. The segment of the giving me traders is over. The segment of giving me traders is over. We're doing a new segment now, okay? Different segment. This segment is over. We're done. What brand is your hoodie? Bro, why are you the second person that's asked me the brand of my hoodie? I don't know. I think it's H&M. I don't know. I don't remember. In Miami? No. It should have its own segment of the week. we could do like, if you guys really want to do that kind of segment, we could, I mean, I'm down, I guess. Bro, the industry is going to hate me, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck the industry. What do you think about E90, E92 M3? I think they're amazing cars. I love the E90, E92 M3. I would take an E92 though. Was there a 4-hour manipulation for this trade? Yes, there was. This 15-minute fair value gap, yeah. I mean, I would prefer the upper 4-hour, but the 15-minute gap for now is serving as the manipulation leg. My wife has some 20K in her bank account. I asked her to invest, but we don't know how to safely and where to invest. Can you give me some ideas? First, I would wait until about middle of the year. Summertime-ish is when I would start deploying long-term capital. I wouldn't deploy long-term capital yet. And I mean, you can invest it into anything, bro. Like any blue chip name, you can invest into, like, you know, big blue chips, big tech, Nvidia. You can invest into, well, you can, obviously the basics, you can invest into any kind of, you can invest into the QQQ, SPY, things like that. That's what I would put long-term money into. You said Casper is now legit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I haven't seen or heard about Casper in a while, but from what I understand, he is now legit. Yes, like he trades now, trades real money now, but just kind of faked it till he made it. Neon low-key probably, bruh. Always traded for our candle. Want to see manipulation? Yes. Yes, correct. Same way you trade futures works on options. Yeah, but options is obviously much riskier. You know, so. What is a LARP? Oh, I just saw your message. Sorry, Chuck. I just saw Chuck's message. A LARP is somebody who's pretending to be somebody they're not. Wasn't it the case that Big Chart Trades was also trading your model, but only got about 2 trades per week and therefore switched to a different model? Yeah, I mean, the trade frequency went down on that model. And him as like a newer trader, obviously, couldn't handle it. And so he switched models to where he could, you know, get more trades, basically. Trade every day. Is the trade still valid? Can I enter now? I mean, do whatever you want, man. I'm still in it. It wants to reject so bad. Yeah, it does. It'll take some time. I mean, it's Asia, bro. It's slow here. It's kind of just how it goes. Kind of just how it goes. Back into profit. Back into profit. Is AMP a good broker? Yeah, AMP is a good broker. I used AMP in the past before. The reason I switched off of AMP was because they started changing their margins a lot when... You guys remember when that whole, like, tariff thing happened and price was, like, moving 1,000 points, like, gapping up and down, moving 1,000 points every single day? Yeah, well, when that happened, AMP changed their margin requirements to, like, 3 grand, 4 grand, as opposed to Tradeovate, which stayed the same throughout the entire thing. So I switched to Tradeovate from AMP. I did have AMP at one point in time, though. How much cash do you hold in your live account? I'm gonna, right now it's at like 70 some K after the last trade that I took, the last swing trade that I took that I made a video on. But I still have yet to reset it. So I'm gonna reset it, and whenever I reset it, it's gonna get reset back to like 20-ish, 20K-ish, whatever the margin requirement is now. And I'm gonna basically like restart from there. I never keep more than like 50K in it to trade with, at least. Because you simply don't need that much. Do you enter a trade like this to let it run while you sleep since the target's so far away? The target's not that far. But I mean, if I went to sleep with this trade on, I would remove the TP. This would, like, I would let it keep going because this is gonna keep dumping. I don't expect this to just stop. Like, this low here is not low of the week. It's gonna keep going lower. So I would just remove the TP and keep the SL and let it run if I was going to let it run overnight while I was sleeping. How do you stack 70K? I had 40K and then I took a $30,000 swing trade. How much money do you need minimum for Tradeovate? $300 for a mini. 52K per con on silver? Jesus. That's insane, but low-key, understandable, though. It's silver, dude. Don't you need 36K to hold one mini overnight? Yeah, something like that. I believe the margin is somewhere around there. It used to be like 20-some K. Maybe it's higher now. I'm not sure. Wondering how often you stream. Every day. I start at 9. I end like right around now. So I'll probably end here very soon. And I stream in the morning at 9:15 a.m. So 9 p.m. for Asia, 9:15 a.m. for New York. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications, if you guys have your notifications on, I will gladly notify you when I'm going live. You'll swing this short like last week or two. This short? No, I'm on a prop firm account. I can't swing this. You can live trade with 300. Nope, 300 bucks. Yep, 300 bucks for one mini NQ. Would you hold this till full TP, or is there anything you'd look for to cut short? I would hold it for full TP. Maybe if it starts reversing Asia low, I'd look to cut it, but yeah, I'd be looking for be looking for a 362. I guess game hard. Now I'm struggling to survive past a 150k TPT. That's gonna be my way out. I have no other choice. Damn, man, that sucks. I hope everything works itself out for you. Silver, I don't trade silver. I look for you every morning and never see you. Bro, go to my lives. I've traded in the morning several times. I just didn't hop on this morning, like this morning, today's morning. I didn't hop on because I got caught up, and so I wasn't able to hop on. But I will be live tomorrow morning. I thought one mini was $1,000 and 100 was no 300 bucks. 300 bucks for a mini. Tell me the last IG reel was for rage bait. Which one? Still sitting at about break even, bro. Super slow here. What brokers let you trade with 300? Trade of 8 and AMP both. I'm probably gonna call it a day here though, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this will indeed have to be it. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this trade run. The stop loss is gonna be right up here. Wait, why is my right there? Stop loss is gonna be this candle is high. TP is this low. I'm just gonna let it run, and we'll see what happens. But manage your trade, okay? Manage it properly. That's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. or 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard.